Here's your daily Spurs news roundup, provide your latest Tottenham news all in one place in the last 24 hours and also full analysis of every single story, so make sure you stay tuned to the end to keep up to date with all the latest Tottenham news. Channel, please like, subscribe, welcome back, hope you're all keeping well. Let's get straight into your Tottenham news then. So, special moment in Three Lions dressing room for England as an emotional Harry Kane presented Tottenham player Jed Spence with his legacy cap. Pat Matosar has decided to donate his international match bonuses to help orphan children back home in Senegal. A fantastic player, I would say, an even better human being. Pat Matosar, talking of him, played 13 minutes and scored a goal for Senegal versus DR Congo. His international break is now over. Jed Spence played 21 minutes in England's 5-0 win over Serbia on his international debut. His international break is over too. Brennan Johnson was an unused substitute, while Ben Davies played the full 90 minutes in Wales' 1-0 loss versus Canada. Both their international breaks are over. João Palhinha played 11 minutes in Portugal's 3-2 win over Hungary. His international break is over. Kevin Danso played just 12 minutes in Austria's 2-1 win versus Bosnia and Herzegovina. His international break is also over. Richarlison played 61 minutes in Brazil's 1-0 loss against Bolivia. His international break is over. Rodrigo Bentancur played 90 minutes, the full game for Uruguay versus Chile. His international break is over. So the international break is now over. Here's a full Tottenham roundup. So Pap Star played 73 minutes first game, 13 in the second, played a total of 86 minutes in this international break, picking up 2 goals. Matchday just 1 game for him, played 90 minutes, that's 90 in total, 2 goals as well. Mohamed Kudus played 86 minutes first game, 80 the second, 166 minutes total minutes in the tank for him in the international break. He got an assist too. Simmons 79 minutes, then 0 in the second, so 79 in total. Van der Ven 90 minutes first game, just 28 in the second, 118 minutes played in total. Pedro Porro 62 in the first, 90 in the second, 152 minutes in total. 90 minutes of Bentancur, equaling 180 minutes in total. Romero as well, with the full 90 minutes, with just 1 for him, with 90 in total. Richarlison got 11 minutes in the first game, 61 in the second, so only 72 minutes in total for him. Brennan Johnson with 65 total, because he played 65 in the first game, absolutely 0, as we found out then in the second, an unused substitute. Ben Davies, 290 minutes for him, impressive at his age, 180 minutes. Vicario, in both games, was an unused substitute, so 0 minutes for him. Same with Lucas Bergwall, and also an unused substitute in both games, 0 minutes in total. 2 exact 11 minutes for João Palhinha. How fun is that? 22 minutes played in total. Danso, first game 20 minutes, second game 12 minutes, 32 played in total. Spence got 0 minutes in England's first game against Andorra, but got 12 minutes against Serbia with 32 minutes. With 21 minutes in total, because he got 21 minutes in that second game. Apologies for reading the wrong one. Archie Gray got 90 minutes in the first. There wasn't the second game for him, being the under 21, so 90 in total. Odobert as well, with the French under 21s, just had 1 game and played 68 minutes. And in terms of players on loan, we'll do the same thing. So Vuskovic, who's under 21s, played 90 minutes in total. It cost just 1 game. Didn't have a second game at all for him. Majority, if not all of these players, only have 1 game. Donnelly got 14 minutes in the first, 0 in the second. There was a second game for him, but only 14 minutes in total. Phillips, the under 21s, just 1 game for him, 13 minutes in total. Lancashire, just 1 game for him, under 21s, 0 minutes, nothing at all. Elise, for the under 19s, had 3 games. He got 20 minutes, 21 minutes and 62, so 103 in total. Solomon, 2 games, 65. He got in the first Israel, 90 minutes in the second, so 155 in total. And he got a goal and 2 assists. He's now gone to Valencia on loan, who Tottenham play first in the Champions League phase. Spurs central defender Raju Dragusin has returned to training with his Tottenham Hotspur teammates following his ACL injury. As the goal via Football London says that Tottenham Hotspur captain Christian Romero is already back in training at Hotspur Way. Romero is already back with defensive coach Matt Wells after a yellow card ended his time in Argentina. Next, the Times say that a consultant represented by Amanda Savely will continue to monitor events at Tottenham Hotspur before deciding whether to make a further approach to by the club next year or not. Martin Jol, former Tottenham manager, said Romero could go anywhere, but you feel like if he plays for a while at the top level, he'll get injured. Romero is a good, decent defender, but I'll tell you one thing, the guy they sent to Hamburg now, Luka Vuskovic, will be better. Tottenham have now had more international England internationals than any other club at 80. That's impressive. Fiji said Atletico Madrid rather eyeing Tottenham Hotspur's Rodrigo Bentancur on a free transfer with his contract set to expire next summer. So we've got Tottenham ticket news for Brighton away then in the Premier League. Season ticket holders with 326 or more ticketing points will be issued with a clear view ticket. Season ticket holders with 325 or more ticketing points who applied by their deadline have been successful and be issued with a restricted view ticket. Next, Fiji's also say that Real Madrid are interested in signing Tottenham Hotspur centre-back Mickey van der Ven. Spurs would only consider selling for about £70 million, 7-0. TBR Football added more on Bentancur. They're saying Tottenham Hotspur are planning to accelerate contract talks with midfielder Rodrigo Bentancur. Thomas Frank has been impressed by Bentancur and the new Spurs boss is keen to reward him with a new deal. And today was Xavi Simons' first training session in a Tottenham jersey. So that is your top news headlines the last week for hours. Let's go through and dissect the key ones. I think Kane comes across as a class guy. I think you can tell he's emotional when it comes to Spence, and he talks about knowing what Spence has gone through. So I thought it was a really nice moment, that little video across socials if you haven't seen it. Pat Matisami, I said it at the time, couldn't help myself, I'll say it again, fantastic player and even better human being, decided to donate his international match bonuses to help orphan children back at home in Senegal. More players should be doing this, so fantastic for Sarr. Players doing really well in terms of international breaks, those that have featured. I know he's not a Spurs player, but Solomon, Sarr, Tell, all these type of players doing very, very well. But there's some that just didn't get any minutes at all with Kari and Bergwell, which you can see is a good or bad thing. Good that they're ready to go, but also they're maybe a bit rusty with no minutes in the tank. What else we got? Interesting about Martin Jol saying Luka Vuskovic will be a better player. I agree in terms of Vuskovic looks really excited for the future, but it's a little bit disrespectful to Romero. But Bentancur is an interesting one that I do want to discuss, because I think we need to get him pinned down for a new deal. And all of a sudden we do have a few options in midfield, but I like Bentancur. I think his ceiling is still quite high even at his age. I think people forget, he was, for me anyway, our joint best player at times under Antonio Conte with Harry Kane. That season, I remember we went into the King Power Stadium at Leicester. I think we're top of the league. We lost 4-1 in the end. Bentancur come off injured. I think we went down to 10. It's an absolute disaster over. I think Bentancur come off injured, if I remember correctly. So what else we got? Mickey van der Ven. I mean, I don't think Spurs should even consider letting it go even for £70 million. Absolutely not for me. I don't think so. He's 24, contract until 2029. Can play centre back, left back as well. Electric pace, can mark anyone. Great distribution. No flaws in his game. He's £70 million for me. Gets you 1.5 legs, if I'm being kind. I mean, Xavi Simons, it feels really surreal that he joined Tottenham, a player like that, and you'd be thinking, hang on, Harry, Tottenham are top 6 club here, but Tottenham don't often buy players in their prime or just before their prime from top clubs. Xavi Simons is an exception. So not too much to analyse in terms of there's a lot of international break updates, but I think it's very, very useful to provide you with this information and stats that I put together, so I hope you found that all okay. But it's your Spurs News Roundup, providing you the latest Tottenham news. Let's get the date right for Wednesday the 10th of September 2025. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, it is eligible after this date, but this is your update for this day in particular. Thank you very much for watching. Like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and as always, a massive come on you Spurs.